for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 23 coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, AOEAH.com. Use code VENOM at checkout for 3% off your order.
Yo, what's up guys, Ben Fire here, back with another video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another defensive scheme in Madden 23. Today it's going to be a nice coverage defense, something a little bit different, but it's going to be out of probably still the most popular formation in the game, the nickel 3-3 defense. Now with this defense, it's mainly a blitzing defense. You see the linebacker blitz 0 in the middle there. It's going to be your most popular play for sure, but there's a lot of other really good plays in this defense that I have not gone over. You see there's just a lot of potential unique good blitzes and good coverage defenses that you can use. Now the play of choice for me is going to be this cover 2 invert on the right. I think this is a really good play, and there's no cover 3 cloud in this formation anymore if you did not notice, so we're going to kind of follow that route and almost turn it into a cover 3 cloud. With the cover 2 invert, you could kind of do that with the nickel 2 trap as well, but personally I like to run the cover 2 invert since we are going for more of a coverage defense. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys drop a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below. We're on the road to 21,000 subscribers, so if you're enjoying the free content, make sure you hit that thumbs up and drop that sub. Let me know what other videos you want to see down below in the comment section as well. So cover 2 invert, as far as our personnel wise, it's going to be kind of the standard stuff. You want to get some nice safeties. Let's get our good edge rushers in, of course, and then some athletic guys on the edge. Generally, we like to use this middle guy, so we will just throw like a safety there, and then get some nice. Again, you can use linebackers for the outside guy if you're not using them. Definitely wouldn't be opposed to that. As far as our coaching adjustments, we will start with auto flip on, and let's just leave everything on default for now, just to see how it plays. Of course, depending on how your opponent plays, you can adjust it. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. So I don't think I have my controller set up necessarily for the second one yet, so we will go ahead and adjust that as needed. But so we're just going to let this play run very quickly. Snap the ball, and you see they're just going to check down. Now we have our other controller set up, so we should be good. Now, hopping straight into it, we have our bunch on the left side of the field. So what we're going to want to do is base a line. Now, I should have set my auto alignment to base. It's fine that I did not. I might actually just go back and do it. But you do want a baseline on every play so that it looks the same. You're going to go ahead and press. You can actually man align press as well if you want to bluff that it's man coverage. I really don't recommend that just because you don't want Derwin James over there, but you just press normally and it could kind of look like a man coverage. Now, just some food for thought right there. Again, if you're trying to make it look like linebacker blitz 0, this is not a bad way to do it, and then you can pinch linebackers. Now, let's go into our coverage adjustments. Take a look. We have a deep half on the right from the corner, and we have a curl flat with the safety, which is not really what we want because we do need an inside third at some point. So we're going to immediately put J.C. Jackson here in an outside third. If you don't know how to quick adjust in this game, make sure you check out that video I did 2 days ago. That will show you everything you need to know. And then you're going to put Derwin James here in an inside third. Again, they will be baseline, so he'll be like up here. Now you need someone on the right side. That is where Duke Tranquil is going to come into play. We're going to throw him in a curl flat. And then what we can do is we have a couple of players that we can use freely. We have a blitzer in Bryce Callahan, and we have an extra vert hook as well as our mid read. So we have really 3 guys that we can do anything we want with. Now, immediately what you can do maybe is, man some people up. I would recommend manning up the slot wide receiver almost every single rep, just because out of especially bunch, you're going to see a lot of corner outs. He's going to be the one on the crossing routes out of like a Steelers cross. And I would definitely recommend doing that. So you're going to man him up. Then you can honestly leave the vert hook here and just use your woods for now. We'll show some other stuff, but this is going to be a basic 3-man rush. I'll also show scenarios where we do blitz that corner and kind of just keep it as a 4-man rush. So we'll go ahead and set up a basic thing here. Snap the ball. And you see the coverage. The corner out is going to get open. Now, as far as the corner out goes, it's a little bit confusing. What you can do to kind of stop that, we're in a baseline press here, is what you can do is I actually like to maybe back this guy corner off. If you don't know how to manually back the corner off, it's Y-A-R-B and then up on the left stick. And then what you can do is also shade outside if you'd like. So you can shade outside, and then again, we'll do the same thing over here on the right side every time. 3 adjustments, outside third, inside third, and then curl flat you can leave. The left side of the field alone as far as those basic zones. So Yeah, pretty simple. And then you have your extra help with the vert hook in case there's something else there. But now you see the corner out is just not as open as it was on that first rep. The first time we ran it, I don't even know who, Demir Bird, he's really fast, so he did beat the man coverage. But on this play, you notice that with this corner out, it's backed off, and we're able to recover just a lot better. If he throws this, it's an interception easily, and it's just not open at all. So you just love to see that. And again, that's the thing I do with a lot of corner outs. They think, oh, he's backed off, we can easily throw it. It's just not the case. Now, tight end is another guy we might want to worry about. So if you're facing the tight end, what you can do is just man up two players. You don't have to be afraid to just man up two players. Man up the slot wide receiver, man up the tight end. Again, you still want to straight outside, probably back that guy off for corner out purposes. Now, that might not be your best idea if he is going with some other plays, in particular something like a verticals. So hypothetically, if they're running like a verticals, they run a setup like this. Our assignment is going to be kind of defending the running back as well as your deep routes. You kind of head over there, but you see he is there really quickly. So even though he is backed off, he's a little bit with outside leverage. He's able to recover pretty well. And you notice that we do get quick pressure with our good pass rushers. Now, you can't really rely on three-man rush, but take a look at this. You can kind of snap throw it. But after that, it's recovered. It's not open. He's running stride for stride. Everything else defended well. Take a look at this wheel. You can kind of snap throw it. But we do have a guy out there in the curl flat that plays pretty well. You can turn him into a cloud flat if you want to play a little bit shorter as well. Then, of course, tight end manned up. This guy, he doesn't have enough time to really get open. And even then, it's a difficult throw because of how it's set up. So overall, pretty good coverage. Now, again, some other things you can do is go with like different zones. You can go with a soft squat. What you can also do is potentially mix this up and try and confuse him. The way you do that is you can maybe throw one of these guys in the middle third. If I was going to throw a linebacker in the middle third, I would throw Woods here, and then I would probably use your Gilman. So we're going to throw him there, and then you can actually leave Derwin in this zone. So you can turn him into a cloud flat if you want by shading underneath, shading him to the top. And then again, I like to shade outside at the end for that corner out, but you definitely mix things up like this. And then you have an extra guy to probably man up the running back if you'd like to do that. So yeah, this is just another way to run your coverage, and we just want to show the differences in the setups that you can do. And just, a difference here, a difference there can always throw him off. We're going to go to a Z spot again here, and we'll just show something like this. So again, I like to hover as well, just kind of bluff that you're blitzing. He's probably not thinking blitz when your defense is set up like this necessarily, but he's thinking coverage, but it's the fact that can he beat the coverage. Now we have, again, two really good pass rushers that are getting consistent pressure, but he throws it, and it's an easy interception for Callahan once again. I wasn't able to get the pass off because I am using two controllers, but I think you guys can see that it all would not have really made a difference. So, just really, really good coverage overall. Cannot complain at all. And, it's a good defense. As far as some of the other things that you can go ahead and do, if you want, what you can do is go with a complete man coverage look kind of across the board and actually leave yourself to defend the curl flat. So what you can do is we'll man up like everybody that is important. We will man up the running back. We will man up the wide receiver. We'll man up the tight end. I don't really recommend this defense, but it could be, good depending on the coverage. So if they would go to like a bench pivot, something like this, then you are left to defend the curl flat. You don't really have to worry about the running backs. You're mainly just worrying about deep crossers or anything from left to right. You also have those guys manned up, so it shouldn't be as big of a concern. And this leaves you to maybe be a little bit more free because you're taking care of anybody that's important. They throw it there, and there you see the player that was manned up on the running back actually able to jump up and make a play. If you didn't know, lurker is actually a very good ability if you are using linebackers, which I recommend using linebackers on the outsides, aside from your user, just because they're really good against the run and they are actually pretty athletic this year. Not good in man coverage per se, but they can definitely stop a tight end or a running back if you need them to. So let's show with a four-man rush though, because again, you might not be getting any pressure. If you want to try and send that slot corner, you're more than welcome to. And what you can do is I'll show the basic setup of just sending the slot corner, and then we'll show actually sending five. So we'll go with kind of the same defense we have been. And then we will hover here with Woods. Now, this isn't really probably going to work, but it's worth it to try it out. I think so. And you see, we don't really get the slot corner free as you would expect. They're blocking 5 against 4. So, you can't be mad at the fact that we didn't get pressure, but it is something that, I thought you guys should at least see. Now, if you do want to get pressure, one of my favorite blitzes was to motion baseline press. We shifted our linebackers to the right. We blitzed that outside linebacker. And then what you can do, set up the defense the same way. So you're covered through cloud, and then you're just going to hover. So you're going to hover here with Gilman. Go ahead and snap the ball, and you get pressure. So that's an easy way to get to disengage. If you did not know, it's going to be either the slot corner or the DN. In this case, we get Khalil Mack, which is something that we should not be mad about because it actually got there faster than the other guy would have. You notice how we almost get the linebacker actually free on the right side. I believe that might be a safety actually, but the guard did a really good job of recovering Chris Lindstrom. He's high overall, and he does a good job of doing that. But yeah, you get that instant shed with Khalil Mack. You'll take that every single day. Very quick pressure. Not really much that you can do with the ball unless you're snap throwing RB. But I mean, overall, it's very good defense. Now, this is a tell. It's pretty obvious that you're running a blitz when you do this. So I will show a bluff blitz after this that you can do just because, you don't want to always blitz when you set up your defense that way. But again, it's a very easy way to get Khalil Mack free. It's a very, simple blitz. It will be stopped if they block 6 people, but, it gets the job done. I'll actually block 6 so you guys can see. But again, you're not doing a whole lot of adjustments, which is something that I think you guys would like, not having to adjust the entire field. It is a little bit. This time we blocked 6, and we actually still got the pressure. I'm not sure how that works, but we got the slot corner free. So you see the blitz is pretty dang good. We were brushing 5 against 6. We didn't really do much with our hover, if you notice. We didn't, do a whole lot. Khalil Mack just tracked a simple double team. The running back, since he's on the right side, I guess he just went over to defend the right because the way that the linebacker actually got free, Joey Bosa did his job in getting on the right tackle, which forces the running back to go out and do his thing. And then we get the slot corner to get the pressure. So very good. Let's show a bluff blitz to follow. Now, if you're running a bluff blitz, you can just keep things simple and run your defense the same way you've been doing it. Just kind of like this. And again, you can still man up this player. We would probably have to press him, sadly, in this situation. It is an unfortunate reality, but you probably are going to have to press him. But you still have, good coverage. You can still man up different players on different spots. So you do have the potential to still man up the running back if you want. And then maybe just hover here to, bluff that you're setting pressure. He thinks you're setting pressure. He blocks his running back. Who knows? You still get quick pressure, and it's a good way to do it. Now, again, rushing 3 can be inconsistent depending on the pass rushers that you do have, so be aware of that. If you want to send 4, again, you can just blitz that corner. That'll just create more one-on-ones, or you can just send a linebacker casually. If you want, you can run the bluff blitz with a blitzer, so we can run our coverage kind of like this. Then I would, of course, man up this guy, back him off, and then run just coverage. So you're by yourself in the middle of the field. You do have the corner out manned up, so you don't have to, run to the sideline to defend that. You can focus on the middle of the field, really, and I like that for our defense. So, keeping things overall simple is what I like to do, and this is, simple or above everything. You notice how you can actually force disengages and pressure when you blitz that guy off the edge. So, it is a very, very good way to run defense, just that little motion. I know it's not popular. I don't see a whole lot of guys doing this, but it works for me, so that's what I like to do. And again, you're backing this guy off, you're shading over the top, you're shading outside, and then they try to run their corner out, and it just does not get open. So Mariota, you're going to step up in the pocket, pass lead, and you see Callahan's really all over that. He backs off, but then he actually goes in man coverage, so that could be kind of a bluff. Your opponent thinks he's maybe in a deeper zone or maybe even a flat zone, and he prematurely throws it on break, and that's where Callahan's going to actually jump in and get an interception. If you didn't really understand what I was talking about, take a look at him. He's backing off like he's in his zone. He looks like he's in a vert hook, and then he switches to his man coverage, and you see how well he recovers. He's not the fastest corner in the world, and he's still able to get there. Again, if you are manning up the corner out, if he's going corner out heavy, you can actually go with like a hard flat over there just to take care of the tight end. So, and again, if you want, you can 3-man rush. You could run it like this, where you just man up the tight end. You don't have to worry about him, and then you have your hard flat there. So he's forced to throw it here, which 2 controllers, I would have picked that off, but since I was throwing it and trying to use her, a little bit difficult. But overall, it's a new video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.